Hello everybody, my name is Mathis and welcome to Blood Bowl 2. Some of you might know what this game is, others of you might be going, what the fuck is this game? Essentially, it's the Warhammer 40k version of football. It's bloody, it's tactical, there's some RNG involved, and it's super fun. I played a little bit of the first one. These guys talk a lot. The first one was a lot of fun, but I didn't play it too much. With the second one, though, I plan on playing a lot. As of right now, I'm going to be joining a very small league with a couple of other YouTubers, namely Northern Lion, Enter Elysium, Quill18. I think it's just, that's it, for those three plus me. We're going to be doing a little league. It's going to be a lot of fun, and maybe you might see me in other leagues down the line if I get the invite to do so. Because this is going to be a league that's going to be a ton of fun, I wanted to make the team on camera with you guys watching so you guys have a general idea of how the game works. Now, gameplay stuff you won't see right away. The league will probably start in a week or so, but I wanted to make the team and talk a little bit about how the game plays as I make it for those who are new to it. So, basically, we're going to go in and make a team right now, and we're going to worry about management and all that good stuff. So, I already created the team, kind of. We're going to be called Squat Soldiers. I'm going to be playing Dwarves in this particular league. I really like the Dwarves because that's what I was introduced to, and I know really well. And we're going to go ahead and make, we're going to hand-pick, rather, our team one by one and spend our money accordingly. Our, by the way, team motto is short and thick. So let's go to team roster. We have no players right now, and we can have a maximum of 16 players on our team. We have a million gold to play with, and we can do all kinds of stuff with that. We can buy players, which is what we're going to do. Players have special skills, they have certain roles, and all kinds of good stuff, and they level up after each game. Then you can buy staff. Staff will do all kinds of things, like we can buy team rerolls because there's an element of dice rolling within the game itself because it is a Warhammer 40k game. Apothecary, cheerleaders, all these things do beneficial things. We can upgrade our club, which I named the Thunder Hall, which is our stadium, but it's really expensive to upgrade. And we can have sponsors. The team assigned, I don't know what sponsors do. The well-known Goblin Punchers will always courteously remind you of what you owe them. As for the big guys accompanying them, they will always make you respect your payment terms. I don't know what this stuff does. I don't know what sponsors are. So I don't know if I'm going to even touch sponsors right now. And then our team statistics and our history so far. So we're just going to go to the team roster and start buying some players. So we have 5 roles within the Dwarven team. We have Longbeards, which are kind of your average, everyday kind of dwarf. They're just kind of, they're the cheapest and they're going to be the most common. And if we click on this real quick, this is all the statistics. This is a movement allowance, how many spaces a dwarf is allowed to move. There's strength, agility, and armor value. So the thing about dwarves in this game is they cannot move very far. They are incredibly slow, but they're like a brick wall. It's really hard to get by them, and it's really hard to knock them down or injure them, while they, the dwarves, do a lot of damage and can take care of pretty much everything. So my strategy going into this league is to wear the opponent down in the first half, and then hopefully by the second half I've knocked out or killed enough players that I'll be able to just run the ball to the end zone with very little resistance. Each type of player also has skills. So the Longbeards, for instance, have block, which the block skill prevents the player from being knocked down after a block on a skull star result, which basically means they knock me down and knock me out for the turn. So block stops that from happening. They have thick-skulled. Worst timing. They have thick-skulled. Let's try that again. This player treats a roll of 8 on the injury table after any modifiers have been applied as a stunned result rather than a KO'd result. So like I said, they're really hard to knock out of the game. Instead, they get stunned instead of KO'd, which means they're going to take a turn off instead of being out of the game for the half or the rest of the game. And then they have tackle. Players who are standing in this player's tackle zone are not allowed to use their dodge skill if they dodge, nor may they use dodge if the player throws a block at them. So it's impossible to dodge these guys if they're right up next to you. You can try and run and they're just going to knock you to the ground instantly. So they're good, right? They're really, really good. We got runners. They're a little bit more basic. They can move a lot further, 6. Their strength's kind of low, their agility's kind of low, but they still have high armor, which is great. They get 2 skills, thick-skulled, which we looked at, and sure hands. The player re-rolls the dice if he fails to pick up the ball. In addition, the strip ball skill will not work against a player with this skill. So these are the guys you want to get the ball immediately. They're the guys who are going to run it to the end zone for you. When you try and pick up a ball, there is a chance you could drop it. It's just part of the RNG in the game. This skill helps negate that or manage that in a way. So they're fast, they can hold the ball, but they're not that great at everything else. Then we have Blitzers. Blitzers have a little bit higher movement allowance than Longbeards, but not quite as good as these guys talk too friggin' much. But not quite as good as a runner. Strength low, agility's kind of low, and their armor value is a 9. They have thick skull and block, which we both know what they do. So they're just kind of generally okay players. I think they're a little bit cheaper than Longbeards. I believe 70,000. No, they're a little bit more because they can probably move. Their offensive player makes them an ideal target for blitz action. So this is like get to the player, I guess. Then we got Troll Slayers, one of my favorite units in the Troll team, the Dwarf team. They're a little crazy. They have a 5 movement, 3 strength, 2 agility, so they're not very agile, clearly, and their armor value is 8. They have block and thick skull, but they have 2 other abilities that makes them really good. Dauntless. The player uses the skill if he attempts to block an opponent who is stronger than himself. Roll a d6 and add it to his strength. If the total is equal to or lower than the opponent's strength, use player normal strength. If the total is greater than his opponent's, his strength is equal to his opponent's when he makes the block. So he's a really good blocker against really strong opponents. You get an extra d6 to add to his strength. And he's a little friggin' crazy, which is awesome. All right, let's go back. Then last but not least, we have the Death Roller, which is like a really huge fucking unit on the field. Every team has like that big unit. This is mine. So he has a bunch of kind of unique skills. So break tackle, the player uses his strength instead of his agility when he fails a dodge. This skill may only be used once per turn. So this player may use strength instead of agility. So I can use my strength instead of my agility when trying to dodge. Got it. Only once per turn. Got it. So that makes sense. Dirty player. Add 1 to any armor roll or injury roll made by a player with the skill when they make a foul as part of a foul action. So basically, like, there's ability to basically kick a player when he's down. If a player's on the ground, you can go over and commit a foul and beat him. There's also a chance that you get seen by the ref and kicked out for it. But if you get away with it, you have a higher chance of injuring them. And then that's what this is. He gets an extra 1 added to his roll, so he's going to do extra damage and possibly injure them, which is awesome. Juggernaut. If this player takes a blitz action, then opposing players may not use their fend, stand firm, or wrestle skills. Those basically allow them to either not move or push you back against blocks. And he treats the skull roll result as if it were a push result has been rolled instead. So if I roll something that could actually knock me back, I'm actually just going to push him instead. So it's just good. Muddy Blow. Add 1 to any armor or injury roll made by a player with this skill when an opponent is knocked down by this player during a block. So I knock him down, I get to add +1 and maybe injure him, knock him out, stun him, all that good stuff. No hands. This player is unable to pick up, intercept, or carry the ball and will fail any catch roll automatically. So that makes sense. He's on a huge steamroller. He can't use his hands. Gotta do it a little bit. Then he's got Secret Weapon. Once a drive ends that this player has played in at any point, the referee orders the player to be sent off, regardless of whether the player is still on the pitch or not. So no matter what, after a drive ends, whether I get a touchdown or the number of turns allowed to have with the ball ends, he's gone. So he's in for 1 drive and that's it. He is your secret weapon. You use him when you need him. Stand firm. Basically, he can't be pushed or anything. You can just stand firm, and when a player attacks you or tries to push you, and he just doesn't move from his square, which is awesome. And then a loner. A loner may use team rerolls, but has to roll a d6 first. On a roll of 4+, he may use a team reroll as normal. On a roll of 1 to 3, the original result stands without being rerolled, but the team reroll is lost. So basically, having him reroll is risky. Typically, you want to stick with the roll you get, even if it's a failed roll, but it's basically to balance him so you can't just reroll and get something really good. They're really, really good players. So what we're going to do is we're going to spend a little bit of money on purchasing a team, save some money for some team benefits, and then that'll be our team. So let's go ahead and pick up, I want at least 1 Troll Slayer. They're really good. I need a runner, and I would love to get the Death Roller, but it might not be smart to pick him up early. He's 160,000 gold to get him. We can have 11 men on the team on the field at any time. So let's go ahead and pick up a few Longbeards. We'll pick up 4 of them for now. They're the cheapest, and they do their job pretty well. Oh, you know what? Let's get all these guys out. I meant to specially name them. So we're gonna get. Let's go back. We're gonna take our Troll Slayer and we're gonna name these guys. Come on, this is our personal team. So this guy's gonna be Mad Mathis because God, he looks like he could use a chill pill. Then we got, what do we want a runner, so let's go ahead and get a runner. I hate, like, it's actually distracting me that these guys are talking all the time. It's fine when you're not, you know, recording, but because I'm recording, holy crap, they're annoying. So we want, let's see, this is going to be Gron Squatsky. All you Patriots and football fans, there you go. Spelled clearly incorrectly on purpose. Let's see what kind of heads we got. Let's give him that crazy red beard. So we got Gron Squatsky. Do I want a Death Roller? I definitely want... I already got a long beard. We already got a Troll Slayer. Do we want a Blitzer? Like, Blitzers are a little bit more expensive, but they could be worth it. We could get a Death Roller. Let's get up to 10 players, and then if we have enough for an 11th, we'll go ahead and pick up a Death Roller. Let's pick up a few long beards. Let's see. Who do I want to name this guy? I feel like I should get up the list of Patriots players and just start naming them, but that's all it is. Okay, let's, I'm not going to pull it up. I thought about pulling it up. So this guy will be, we can start naming him after our friends. How's that? Broadside Bear. So this is our bear taffy. Has he got like a head of hair? I can give him, there we go. Broadside Bear. There we go. We'll get another long beard. Not moving Nick. We'll give him a different kind of, yeah, that works. There we go. Not moving Nick. Got him up in there. So we have 4 players. We should probably pick up a Blitzer. They're not bad. Yeah, we'll pick up a Blitzer. We don't want to name it after Northern Lion. He's in the league. That's like my only concern here. Naming it after Northern Lion. Let's see. What do we want to name this guy? What is he? His name? Ergen? I mean, like, Ergen, not Blurgen. Sorry, that's terrible. But that's what we're going to do. Oh, that's like Odin, actually. Odin. Odin? Let's call him freaking Odin. He looks like Odin. Odin, our Blitzer. Done. That's 5. Do we want another? I think 2 Troll Slayers is really good. Let's just go for another Troll Slayer. We'll give him another crazy face. And we'll just do that. What do we want to name this guy? He's just crazy. This guy could just be Crazy Mike. Straight up. Crazy Mike's a good guy. I like him. Crazy Mike. Done. So we have 2 of those guys. We have $520,000 left. So we spent about half of them on our team. We're a little bit more than halfway there, which is good. So we want some more long beards. We'll call him Urist. You know why. Well, some of you may know why. I hope you know why if you do. This guy will be let's see. We got Urist. Let's go with Toad for, you know, keeping the theme running.
Did you know?
What else do we want?
That Spike magazine editor,
I'll name one after my brother. His name on YouTube is a creative pun. Creative dwarf, because his name is, you know, hilarious. By him. 9, 10, 11. We need 2 more. I'm interested to see what we're gonna have for money. I would love to grab a Death Roller, but I think we can recruit through the season, so we'll hold on to that for now. Do we want another runner? We have 5 long beards, 2 Troll Slayers. Let's go another long beard. And maybe another runner? We got to keep our runner safe. I think we're going to stick with 1 runner for now. So we'll take another guy here. We can just random his name. Gomley? Oh, that's so close. Gimluls. Gimlul. Works for me. Next. We want 1 more. We could go Blitzer. He's what? He's $10,000 more. We'll go for another Blitzer. Burher. Buy him. So we have 11. So we have $160,000 spent. Let's confirm these for now. Confirm the purchase. So this is our team. I'm excited. They're all level 1. They'll hopefully gain experience over time. Invert players. I don't even know what that means. So we'll go to our staff now and start spending some money here. So we want a couple rerolls. A couple team rerolls. So let's take 2 team rerolls. We could spend some more money doing other things. So what's an apothecary do? So by the way, team reroll, you get a certain amount every game. You use the rerolls to hopefully, obviously, do better. Especially if you roll poorly. An apothecary is a healer, wise in the ways of medicine and the healing arts, who looks after injured players in a Blood Bowl team, and so has a strenuous and full-time job. An apothecary can reroll 1 injury roll during a match. Now, the chances of our dwarves getting injured is low, but it might be worth picking this up at some point. We got cheerleaders. Most Blood Bowl teams have a troop or 2 of cheerleaders, both to inspire the team's players and their fans. The more cheerleaders you have on your team, the more likely you are to win the cheering fans on a kickoff event, which is, there's a lot of things that can happen. Coach's assistant. Assistant coaches include offensive and defensive coordinators, special team coaches, personal trainers for your legendary players, and numerous others. The more assistant coaches you have on your team, the more likely you are to win the brilliant coaching on a kickoff event. All right. And then we've got fan factor. Your team fan factor represents how popular the team is and can have important effects on the results of your role on the kickoff table. So it's either apothecary. We're going to spend $50,000 on apothecary or a team reroll. This could be like a very important decision. Team reroll might be better. Let's go team reroll. We'll get 3 of them. And then we'll pick up cheerleaders. Cheering fans or this guy. Brilliant coaching. Let's go brilliant coaching. Let's take assistant coaches. That's going to be all of our money. Then we go to our statistics, and that's all we've got right now. Club works. All right. And we have no contracts or anything, and that's going to be that. All right. So that's that. Now, what I want to do is take them and join a league. I need to join a league. I don't need to create. I need to join. So I'm going to go ahead and join the league off camera because I think there's a password I need to type in. So that'll be that. I hope you guys are excited for some Blood Bowl. I played a little bit of this game, and it's super, super fun. I hope you guys are pumped. Let me know in the comment section what you think, and I'll see all of you next time. I was going to do a heart, but bye-bye.